Hi, I'm David Anderson, Director of Technology and Solutions Marketing with vArmour, and today I'd like to take a few minutes and talk to you about vArmour within a DevOps environment. So if we just take a quick look here, we have maybe an application owner, and that application owner is using an automation platform, and in this case maybe that automation platform is something like Chef or Ansible. And then that feeds into a cloud orchestration platform that maybe is something like vCenter or Kubernetes. And once I start to spin this up within my cloud orchestration platform, my virtual machines and my workloads, I can start to allocate compute resources, network resources, maybe some storage as well. And then I get over here, and what about security? Security is often a roadblock in a lot of these types of automated infrastructures, because if I look at the old world security model, I've got a couple of pain points that I can quickly associate with the old world security model and how it is applied within a DevOps environment. So the first one being that this entire process is very automated, and I can simply spin this up. Maybe in a matter of minutes, I can have a new application up and running. In this environment, now I have physical hardware. I have to open a change order ticket with a security team, and that process can be several weeks, and I have to wait for a change window to occur and for the security policy to be updated. And in that case, I've got a very long time frame and a much longer time to delivery for my overall application deployment. The second one is really around flexibility. So now I'm bound to these rigid architectures, and I'm not able to really move around or make changes dynamically within this workflow. So I have a very limited amount of flexibility that I've been given by virtualization and by automation that's been limited by security. The third one is really around scalability. So as I start to deploy applications, and maybe I need additional resources, and that application grows, and I start to deploy it in other areas of the data center, and that leads to other firewalls being involved. Maybe firewall 1 doesn't have the same policy that firewall 2 has, so now I still have to go through that ticketing process and that change order process as I move applications around within the data center in order to verify that the firewall policy will allow my application to function and I don't break things, basically. Those are kind of the high-level kind of pain points that we often see with these old security models within these kind of new automated environments. So if I look at how vArmour fits into this infrastructure, vArmour is deployed on each hypervisor, and vArmour is really a distributed security system that is implemented across your entire virtual infrastructure. Now the first thing to know is that vArmour is a software-based security model. So our distributed security system is software. That allows us to easily tie into this software-based orchestration model where I can easily spin up, spin down, and increase the amount of software that I have deployed throughout my data center for my security system. Number 2 is vArmour is API driven. This allows us, once we've got the software in place, allows us to actually tie in as part of this workflow and the automation process that's been created within this DevOps infrastructure. So I have a very open, robust API. I can make dynamic changes to my security policy. I can easily spin things up and spin things down because it's software-based. And the third piece is really around metadata and being able to ingest that as part of policy. So what I mean by this is if you look at this workflow once again, and we have an application owner that's spun up an application, and our cloud orchestration platform has created these workloads, I actually can tag those workloads with metadata information. Maybe I have a workload that is maybe PCI bound. Maybe I have a workload that is maybe a web application front end. Those things are all tagged, and as that information comes into vArmour, we can drop those workloads in the appropriate policy based off the metadata information that we're receiving from the DevOps process. So now I'm able to easily scale out and have the flexibility of software as for my security platform. I have a very robust open API where I can tie into this orchestrated automated workflow. And then I have the ability to ingest metadata information to dynamically update and change policy based on the information that I'm receiving from the application owner for the roles and responsibilities and application information for each one of those workloads. With all of that in mind, you can see how vArmour actually supports a DevOps environment instead of becoming a roadblock to actually utilizing this model. Thanks for your time and thanks for watching. I'm David Anderson with vArmour.